Welcome all. I'm happy to be here today on behalf of the other song. My name is Anna Klikovac, and I'm broadcasting from Zagreb, Croatia, talking to the Joshis from Mumbai. And we are presenting their beautiful cases, beautiful topics that they have for the upcoming conference, Little Pills for Little Ones, Part 2. You still have some time to join. We are starting the conference on Friday, so make sure that you register on time. The conference will last for 3 days, so we will be presenting the advanced cases in pediatrics. So today I am talking to Dr. Shachindra and Bhawisha Joshi, and they will present. They have two topics at the conference, so you will be listening to them for a full 2 hours. So welcome. I would like for you to present a little bit, to tell us what these two topics are going to be about.
Great. Hi, Anna. Good to talk to you on this platform.
Good to talk to you.
Good to interact with so many students. Yeah.
Yes.
And it's a nice event that you are getting together, especially for children, because I think children are very interesting, and children are the first people that come to homeopathy practice. And homeopathy practice begins there and it flourishes with children. And then, of course, it reaches wherever it has to reach. Yeah, you kind of go to your epitome. So if you're able to help them well, of course, you leave a big imprint. Now, children with special needs is the topic for our talk and for the main talk of the event. Over the past few years, I would say past 15 years, yeah, we've been in practice for now about 25 years. Over the last 15 years, we have been seeing a consistent increase in the number of patients with special needs. Yeah, children with special needs have been coming to us. First there were few, and then over the last few years they have been practically every other day we see a child with special needs. And I'm sure this is happening to practitioners, doctors, pediatricians all across the world. Children with special needs are increasing, and hence the role of homeopathy. So, of course, one comes, one gets better, more come, and more come, and more come, and more come, and you keep helping as many as you can. Yeah. Now, helping children is a big challenge. It's easy to say that, oh, one can prescribe children, but it's not that easy. Children can be very smart and they can outsmart you very well in your practice. Pick the right remedy here and to help them is very, very important. And what interests Bhawisha and me, believe me, along with homeopathy, along with prescribing remedies, is that we love to make change in people's lives through homeopathy. That has been our motto ever since we passed out. Help with your system to bring about change in your patient's life, not just cure them and help them whichever way that a pathy can, but to help them bring a shift. Second, with our teaching, help students change their attitude towards the science, change their confidence towards the science. You know, it has to be holistic. And that's exactly what we have been doing for my 25 years. I don't know how many of you have seen our seminars, webinars. Yeah, we've been teaching now for more than 20 years. So that has been the driving motto. So what we thought that for this particular event that we have this weekend, we select two interesting topics. Autism. We all have been seeing cases of autism, and especially Bhawisha and I have been seeing children with special needs and autism from all across the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially with the COVID time. Well, we have been seeing people from every corner of the world because the world has suddenly come to a phone or to a laptop. That is happening to not just us, to practically every other colleague too. So this is where we will be sharing our work with cases of autism. And the second topic that we took up, it was just happened that we had to share one more topic. Lovely. Yeah. And we are taking the topic of children with special needs. Now, children with special needs I'll just begin with the second topic that I want to talk about,
Yes.
are tricky to spot, whereas there are indications and pointers that the child might have special needs right early on, right from the age 14 months, 15 months. There are indications and pointers that tell you that yes, there is something wrong and the child can do well. We have seen in both the groups, the autistic children as well as children with special needs, is that if we're able to help the children who are below the age of 6, yeah, the earlier they come, the better. You can help bring about much more stronger change, a better change, and a lasting change. So it's important for us to spot them right and treat them rightly. And that is what we will do in these two cases. I mean, just the 2 hours rather. They are not just two cases. We will be showing a couple of cases, sharing the views of a couple of cases. But in these 2 hours, we will give you an overview of this entire topic and how do we use in our practice. Now, one would wonder that there have been so many approaches that
Yes.
doctors and
But I want.
practitioners that have been using.
Yeah, you developed. If we can say a little bit about that to our viewers, so you developed a special map system to approach cases.
Yeah. So what has happened is Bhavisha and I, for the past, ever since we began our practice, yeah, we began our practice way back in '97. We have been working together since college days,
Yeah, lovely.
and yeah, that's why we decided to marry each other as well. So yeah, so we began very early, everything in life. Now
Yes.
the maps over the past. So what we do in clinical practice is that we all ought to remain open, and we have been open to see what is it that our patients are telling. What kind of remedies are we giving our patients? If a remedy works, why does it work? How did it work? Why did this remedy work and not just that remedy work? What are the reasons? And as we saw more and more cases, we saw that every remedy has a pattern. Every case that we saw which helped with a remedy had a pattern. And that pattern was that it connected to some remedy from the mineral group, the same patient connected to some remedy from the plant group, and some remedy from the animal group. One would wonder that, oh my God, of course, over the years, patients change and maybe you understand the patient better or something else like that. Not really. It is that a patient has a mineral, a plant, animal, all in one person. That is why we call it a map. There is a map in all of us. What we ought to see is what is the mineral counterpart, what is the animal counterpart, what is the plant counterpart in that particular patient, and voila, it works. Over the past few years, now we have formalized this system. For a few years, that would be a decade. Yeah, it's understating. Rather more than a decade. We have what do you say, a system where we can find an animal remedy and a correlating mineral remedy and a correlating plant remedy. So when a case is done, you often end up with 3 possibilities. Many years back, we did a live case, we did a seminar with Jan Schulten. Now, Jan Schulten as well works on something similar lines. And we have been prescribing animals extensively for many, many years. Yeah, we were always, first we were called the mineral specialist, and then we were called the animal specialist. And Jan has been working with plants for 2 decades. We have been working with animals for 2 decades. And we saw there is a lot of similarity, yet there is difference between our work. And that's where we invited him to India to give a talk on his way of working, and we presented our way of working. You could see the clarity, the similarity between our works. You see how 2 group of people, one who don't interact with each other often, but have certain way of thinking. And there are similarities, there is differences. And when we did our cases, it is lovely to see that one could see so many animals, plants in a particular case, whereas we could see the same case doing so well on animal remedies. How is that possible? You go to a particular prescriber, he'll prescribe you all plants, wonderful plants and good results. And the same patient maybe comes to me and I give him an animal remedy. Now, was the animal right or the plant wrong? Actually, both were right in their own ways because they both had a common point. And that is what is MAP. You find the common point, and that common point will nearly connect all prescription. It will even connect the repertorial totality. If your repertorial totality is correct and you have selected the right remedy, believe me, it will follow the map. The map is so beautiful and it is so amazing. And this map has always been there in nature. There were always connections and correlations between every element and everything that goes on in nature. We have been fortunate to spot it and see that similarity and bring it forth to the homeopathic world. And it has given wonderful results. And that is the map that we will be sharing. So, in this talk that you will join this Saturday, Bhawisha will give you a wonderful introduction to the system, to the mapping system, which is very easy. Yeah, I mean, Anna, you have flown from you're from Europe, right? So you
Yes,
fly from there to India, and
yes.
you like to come. You're planning to come in February as well,
Uh,
aren't you?
Next year, definitely, yes.
Absolutely. And we travel all over the world. Now, how do you see the plane flying from A to B up in the air? Does it have flag posts? Does it have points that it has to follow that you can see from the window and follow like a road map? No, but there are precise coordinates that it takes and it reaches its destination no matter where it is on the earth. Map system is exactly that. If case taking is like taking a flight from A to B, map system is the road map that tells you how you can go from point A to B to C and reach your destination. And the most important part is not feel lost on the way. It's always fun to initiate a particular journey, any journey in life. But in between, when you have a complete blank space, when the patient is talking something and you're trying to harness what's happening, that's where you realize, oh my God, if there is something that can help me, point it down like a pin. You pin a post. So if you have some pins that you can point in the case, wouldn't that be handy? That is exactly what a map system does. It helps you understand what is the main crux of this patient. If you're able to understand that crux, the predominant level of that patient, fine. Based on that, you can find the repertorial totality. Based on that, you can see, okay, these groups of remedies come close to the patient. Oh, this is a mineral that I can begin with. This is a plant that I can begin with. And you can start with the process of treating the patient. And
Excellent.
it doesn't stop right over there. In due course, in follow-ups, when the patient comes back to you and you see that, okay, the patient is doing well. But at times where the patient doesn't do so well, yeah, it happens in all practices, in all clinical practices. The one who says, I don't have failures, bluffs the most. We all have failures. Believe me, I have a lot of failures because that's why I keep looking into my failures and understand, and we go a
Like
step
to
further.
develop the system to have better results and more efficient prescriptions. Yes, this is why you
Absolutely.
definitely. Yeah, and it seems
Absolutely.
so. Our viewers perhaps are thinking, should I join the conference? Is it going to be too complicated for me? What about those who are students of homeopathy or just beginners? If you can tell us, they can apply as well.
Yeah, lovely. So, guys, what I gave you is a strong 10M potency, maybe a 50M potency. Or in the conference, we will begin with a low potency, a 12C. Yeah, you
Okay.
get essence. You get the essence in a diluted form. Remember, what we teach can go on for weeks. We just did a workshop with our friends and colleagues in Hudson, New York, which went for 5 days. 5 days, 8 hours every day with live cases. Yes, once you get into the depth of it, there is a lot more to learn, but to understand, to get a grasp of it, of course, these 2 hours are a lot good and it will be easily understood. And to begin with, to make life easy for you, Bhavish and I have loaded loads of videos of our teaching on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't have to give me your email ID or your telephone number. I'm not interested in anything. I'm here to help you. So go to YouTube, type in Dr. Joshi's, there Bhavisha Joshi or Shachindra Joshi, or go to our website. See there is a link for free videos. Click there. There are 40, 50 hours of free education that will help you understand. So if you want to understand better, of course, you can equip yourself maybe before the event, maybe after the event, whenever you have the choice or if you want to do it. But these 2 hours will be fun. These 2 hours will be stimulating, it will be thought provoking, and there will be a lot to take back home. that you'll wonder that why don't I start using it maybe on Monday when I begin my clinic. Lovely. That's a good beginning.
So we can start already on Monday. Great. And then even those of you who are thinking of joining the conference, there will be an opportunity to ask the question during the conference. We will be taking your questions, and then afterwards, after the presentations, we will have a Q&A. So perhaps some of your questions can be answered by the Joshis. Yes. So anything else you want to add before we complete this talk, and anything you want to share with our viewers?
Yeah. I think what is important is that viewers who are planning to join events and to come for a conference where there are so many speakers presenting their ideas, remember there is a lot to learn from every speaker. Yeah, every speaker has got something lovely to teach you because it's finally clinical work. And take what you understand, question what you don't understand, keep the curiosity on in your mind so that you keep on thinking and you keep on stimulating your mind to understand more. Why did it work? Why didn't it work in a patient? Because that is where you have the learning curve. And remember, unless we learn and we grow, it will be difficult to prescribe and to give best to our patients, because each patient, each child that comes to you is going to be very, very interesting and it's going to be very, very tricky. So remember to keep your mind open, to keep your senses open, and to keep yourself very alert. I'll call Bhawisha for a second. So she would love to share a few words with all of you. Just give me a second.
Yes. It will be a moment, just a second.
In a second. So don't,
Yeah.
I think you have the event going on for 3 days, isn't it? With 9 speakers.
3 days, Friday to Sunday. This Friday.
Yeah.
So please
I think
hurry.
there were 10 speakers. Now you got 9.
Yes, so hurry up if you want to join. Yes.
Yeah. So this, I think we have these lovely 2 hours on Saturday that we are talking to join in. So make a point to maybe watch our videos like I just mentioned a while ago, and keep your question bank ready. I think there is 10 minutes after every session for participants to ask their questions.
At the end of all presentations, at the end of day, we will have Q&A.
Yeah, lovely. So those Q&As are lovely to ask your questions, your queries, and see how you can clarify yourself. Here comes the better half.
Hello.
Hey, hello. Nice to see you.
Yeah,
If you can say
really.
something to us, it is lovely to have you here. We're expecting your wonderful presentations of 2 hours, 2 different topics at the conference. So what would you like to share with our viewers?
Of course, I think Shachindra has explained a lot of the things and, the gist of what we're going to do. I would like to say, I am really looking forward to share our entire system, which is very simple. It has been discovered and developed in the clinic through our patients. So it's a completely practical and experimented and I would say clinically verified system for the past 20 years. So I'm really looking forward to share that. And it's something that's so simple. Yeah, that in 2 hours, everybody is going to get super excited. And I mean, a lot of people already know the system and are working with it. But even the new ones, everyone is going to get super excited. So I'm really looking forward to share it. And a very important point is that this work can be used practically and on a daily basis with children cases. So you will see with all the cases that we illustrate how easy it is to incorporate in your practice. And it's an all-inclusive system. So when I say all-inclusive, you can use it with any kind of case taking, with any kind of repertorization, and any kind of work. You know, it blends and brings everything together.
Okay, and what perhaps some viewers are wondering, perhaps some homeopaths don't work so much with children. So perhaps even those homeopaths can join the conference. It will be the conference on children cases, but your system can be applied to any age, right? So they can listen to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, it works wonders with adults. It works under wonders with either gender, with all age groups. And most important, it works wonders when you have people who speak too much and clients who speak too little. Both.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I said. It's not only, the system is not only about children or about a certain age group. Everyone is welcome, and it will actually, you know, it's something which will fire you up. You'll want to do more of it.
Yes. Yes. So actually, what I would like to say to our viewers, so even if this is the children's conference, you will be presenting children's cases, but if you want to study this special system, map system by the Joshis, you should attend the conference just to learn that, if this would be the improvement for your practice.
Absolutely. In fact, the first half an hour to 45 minutes, I am going to explain how the map was found, how it is similar to various other, I mean, not similar, I would say how it has evolved from classical homeopathy and from various methods into this map. And then how you can divide all age groups or all people into 7 levels of human development, right? Which is applicable to everyone. Yeah? Not only humans, it's applicable to animals too.
To animals.
So, yeah.
Yes.
So it's an all-inclusive system. So, yes, absolutely. The map is what, if you're not only looking for children cases, but the map is something that will help you with just anything and everything. It's the law of the universe. So it is all-inclusive.
This is wonderful. I can't wait to listen to your cases. I hope that everyone who is interested in that, please do go to the other song, to Synergy website to register for the conference. Only have a few days left, and the Joshis will be there on Saturday. 2 hours of their talk. It is going to be very useful for your practice. So, thank you so much for joining me today for this talk. It was lovely talking to you, and I will see you in a few days. So take care and talk to you soon.
Same here. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.